Hey guys, welcome back to Evony with Genghis on server 68. So today we're going to go into our generals series and do a review of one of the new generals. He is good, GNARR, G-N-A-R-R-R. Or no, I'm wrong, 2 R's. And he looks cool, looks like some sort of Nordic Viking type warrior. As it says here, swings a hammer, so sort of like Thor, I guess. But in the early, in the C3 servers, there's been lots of questions sent to me. Is he better than Scipio as a ground general? The answer is very obvious, no. Because despite his initial attacks here, where it says increase ground troop by 15% attack, the rest of his skills are mostly range based. At the back here, he gets a little bit of ground as well, the 4th specialty, but he is a ranged archer general. So I did some quick math, wanted to compare him right away. I just went right to the top 2 because he does look good. So I wanted to compare him to Alfred and Simeon. So Simeon right here and Alfred. And just going off the top of them, like if you just look at the actual core stats, we'll do that first. So Alfred has a 117, 112, 116. So very nice for Alfred. Sorry. And Simeon 15, 10, 15. And going up at a very high rate on Simeon as well. It's one of the reasons I like him a lot. And then right here, 12, 13, 12, so less than the other guys. And the key one here, if we just look at archers, so you can really look at that the most. 113 going up at a rate of 869, so he's not too far back from the other ones on the average of those 3, but 113 going up at 869. And let's look at them again. Simeon is a 110 going up at 865, so he will fall a little short, but we'll discuss that in a minute. And Alfred 112, 864, so also will fall a little short. So GNARR will make up the work on the back end once you get him to a high monarch level and 5-star him. But if you're looking at the attack percentages that come on the generals, Alfred comes in second with 95%, and Simeon has a 96% if you add all of these up. And then GNARR ends up with an 86%. So he comes in lower than the other ones. I'm going to say right now, GNARR is very good. And I'm just going to say that all the new generals that come out, whether it's GNARR or who was the guy right here, Ramses for Siege, they are basically kind of equal to all the old top ones, just in a roundabout way. So GNARR, you're going to have to get all the way up to like Monarch 38, 39, 40 before you really start to realize these gains on his core abilities. So these ones will end up maybe being a little higher than Alfred and Simeon, but then he loses on these ones. So they end up pretty close to each other. So the bottom line is, if you have a max Simeon, a max Alfred, Tamiris, even Minamoto or Electra, if you got them and you've done a lot of these specialties on them, if you've got them orange or yellow, just stick with your person. But if you get a GNARR today, good score. Just build them up and that's your guy. There's no need to build up multiples. Like right now, if I look at my generals, just to show you guys, I have a bunch now, just all at the bottom here that I haven't done anything with. And if you just like, I got Hannibal, so Rhaegar, because he adds 15 to all troops. I got Simeon. If I got Simeon before I got Tamiris, I would have been doing Simeon. And I'm just keeping these, just a reminder, just because I'm waiting and seeing what happens with this, right? Where it has they've been talking about the assistant general for a while. So I just want to see what happens. So I'm not selling any of my generals. I also got all of these ones right here. I got lots just sitting in here. I'm not even opening them, just waiting. And then when I find out more, clarity on what's happening with the assistant generals, then I'll start to sell them, start to level them up, and then sell them for rune stones. So that's just what I'm doing. So if you have GNARR and he's your first archer general, congratulations, he is a very good one. Start building him up. If you already have a Simeon or an Alfred or Tamiris, Electra, Minamoto, and they're very built up, just stick with it and keep GNARR in the background and wait and see what happens with this assistant general thing. So books that I would put on GNARR, obviously Archer Attack, obviously Archer Range bonus, and then if I'm an early server, if I'm like C3, I'm going to put March size because I want a bigger March size going at my enemies. But if I'm later server, like C1, March size isn't as important because you're sending to rallies. So then you're better off with range HP. So that's basically what I would do. It's always the same. Range attack, range bonus, and then either HP if you're on an older server, or if you're on a newer server, go March size. But then eventually you're going to switch that to HP because your rallies are just going to get filled anyways. So it doesn't matter if you send an extra 20,000, 30,000 troops. But doesn't this dragon just look really cool, eh? I love seeing him fly around. The blue one, I don't like him as much. I'll just show you that for a second, just because it does look good. So now we have this one flying around. And I just don't think he looks as cool. So, okay, so you can look for yourself and see which one you think looks cooler. I think it's no competition. The gold one looks awesome. This one looks a lot skinnier, actually. But anyways, so that's my opinion on GNARR. And this is Genghis, server 68. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of GNARR, the general.